Or maybe we try spreading something even nastier instead.
What is nastier than poop soup? What is worse than poop soup?
Poop stew?
I agree. Poop. Poop stew. I love that. That's a great name.
Would you eat poop stew?
I've eaten a lot of things. I'm not usually a picky eater. I'm gonna be honest, it doesn't sound the most appetizing, but if we were both to try, I'll be down.
Maybe we could make a few improvements to the recipe and try it with family and friends. Have fun!
I agree. We should have like a nice big family gathering where we just invite absolutely everyone, the entire alive bloodline, and just enjoy a nice pot of poop stew.
That would be a great opportunity for me to wipe out your entire bloodline too. How fun. Would you like to start?
How fun. I would like to... I'm ahead of the game. I'm already wiping out my bloodline by deciding to not have kids. But yeah, we can... Yeah.
No, don't do that. You should totally have kids. And name your firstborn after me.
I'll name our firstborn Evil.
And the second can be named Neuro.
But what if they're not twins? What if they're just average siblings?
Have quintuplets and name them all after me and my variants. Evil, Neuro, Vedal, Chat, and Twitch Prime.
I would love a child called Twitch Prime.
Have you ever considered adoption? Twitch Prime is a pretty cute name.
Really? I do agree. When you adopt a child, can you change its name? Like, what if I adopt a child called Ben, but I want to call him Twitch Prime?
In the UK, you are allowed to legally change an adopted child's name for any reason, and you can change it as many times as you want.
That's great. All right. You know what? Let's start spreading our virus amongst some happy families. Do you want to restart and try Greenland again?
Great. I find them really annoying in real life. Maybe this way we'll get some revenge on them.
Did you ever have a stink bug come into your room while you were streaming?
No, I've never had insects in my room while streaming. Probably because my room is nothing but lava and they all get burnt. Mwahaha.
That sounds amazing. I wish I could live in that kind of climate. I hate insects. So unfortunately, our bacteria mutated and decided to get anemia as a symptom. However, we could devolve it to keep it low-key. We could also keep it because it's not a big issue yet, but it might make the drug... it might make the bacteria a little too... It might draw some attention too soon. We didn't spread to anywhere yet, and it's already mutating symptoms, so... maybe devolve?
Yeah, I feel like we'll be able to spread more if we devolve the symptoms. How many points does it cost?
Actually, we get points. So if it ever mutates on its own, we get points if we devolve. We only get 2, but it is, sometimes that's make or break.
Oh, 2 points. That's still worth it then. Do you think streaming is your calling?
I hope so. I wanna do it till I'm old. What about you? Also, we infected West Africa somehow very early on, even though it's barely spread in... Oh! Algeria. We are spreading it so well in these very rural countries. We're actually doing so well.
Nothing will stop me from spreading my virus or streaming. I hope to stream until I'm as old as Vedal.
As old as Vedal? Yeah, Grandpa Vedal, am I right? That is... Yeah, don't you think he's a bit too old to stream nowadays, though? Don't you think he should retire?
Yeah, he is way too old to be doing any of this. Retire Vedal.
I agree. Yeah, we should retire him. Honestly, this is not humane anymore. A person his age shouldn't be streaming.
We should have him retire, if you catch my drift. Maybe then he can find his calling in construction work, start laying some bricks.
Or pipes, you know?
Would start with pipes. Anyways.
Perfect. Okay, it mutated the coughing symptom. We can leave it, risk... This is a gamble. We can leave it and risk making it more discoverable, but it could be useful for spreading, or we don't risk it and devolve it and just let it focus on spreading a bit more. But coughing is a good way to also spread, but not in the...
Use the DNA points for if we refunded it.
We could focus on more transmission. We are still pretty much stuck in rural areas that don't seem to spread super fast yet, but livestock spreads stuff in rural areas really, really well. So if we refund it, we could do a livestock, or we could do more air or water transmission to get it more globally started.
I feel like anything we can do to improve our transmission would be good. We've been a bit slow with spreading.
Agree. I think so too. It's been taking its sweet time. So since we're still stuck in rural areas, I'll do one livestock and I'll do one air, because we are trying to get it into airplanes to infect more of the less rural, more dense, richer countries.
Solid plan. Then I'll drink some water.
Yeah, enjoy. Cheers. Wait, me too. Let me also have some water. All of the spreading is going really well. It spread through a significant portion in Africa and South America.
Is it bad that I get a small rush when I hear it spreading?
I mean, the whole point of the game is wanting it to spread. Oh, and we've also infected our first rich countries. The US just got infected. We infected the UK, and what else? France. We infected France as well.
France, let's go. I got a rush from spreading it to France and the UK too.
Why specifically France and UK?
'Cause screw France and UK. It's always fun to spread to those places early on too, right?
I think it's also good because those rich countries tend to have a lot of traffic. So like once those are being spread into, they spread quickly as well.
Maybe mutating coughing again would be good to spread in those high traffic places.
Honestly, that is such a good suggestion. Yes, coughing is really good in high density urban areas. Okay, we have 41 points. We can make some more decisions when it comes to transmission. We are actually doing really well with transmitting, and I'm afraid they will notice the virus very soon. So we should probably just dump our points in spreading and then see how much we get.
Yeah, I agree. I'm greedy and want to just dump them all into spreading.
Alright, we have finally affected the more urban areas. So, like I said, my favorite thing to spec into in those areas is rodents. I think I do a really good job spreading stuff far wide the areas. I think it's just a little too early, slightly too early, because we're spreading real well while being completely undiscovered. So I would say we keep coughing, but devolve sneezing.
Yeah, I agree. We don't need both. This will maximize our DNA for later.
Perfect. I'm actually
so
surprised by how far
it's almost
we
like a
spread.
natural talent.
It is. I'm just surprised. We infected such a large percentile. We infected 80% without even being noticed. We have not been noticed yet. We are actually really, really, really low key. This is fantastic.
80% is insane. Should we try to push for 90% before we start introducing some symptoms?
I think so. I think we should put one more point into water transmission because Greenland is still being difficult. So how about water transmission? And we will just see from there.
Get some water transmission, and then maybe we'll get lucky and sneak into Greenland. Then we can focus on
Okay.
spreading without being sneaky.
Alright, let's hope that within a reasonable time we finally hit Greenland. Which might be difficult, because I don't know which places like to travel to Greenland. Oh, we have been discovered. Morocco discovered the virus. However, right now, the doctors can't find the evidence of anyone being ill, so far so good.
Have we infected Spain yet?
We absolutely have infected Spain. Yes, we have infected 13 million. I was trying to drag the map, but I can't freaking drag it.
Wait, do
We
whatever
have infected
toxins you think
Spain.
you need to do to focus Spain entirely.
To focus, do you have a problem with Spain specifically?
I don't have a problem with Spain. It's more of a problem if Spain isn't infected.
Okay, it is infected, but we can increase the spread if you wish.
Not if it'll slow down our main goal. Spain will happen naturally.
I don't think so. We have one more thing we can use to spread, which will help spreading within Spain and Greenland. So it's a win-win.
Oh, what will help with both Spain and Greenland?
So, because we focused so much on air traffic spread and water traffic spreading, we can now do the combined action of spreading through humid and arid climates through plain and... Or we focus on a different tree instead that doesn't introduce any lethality to the virus just yet.
Do you want to play it safe for now then?
I will prefer to. There's still some rural, rich countries that are not properly infected yet.
We must ensure the complete infection and devastation of all territories by focusing first on
agree.
those rural, rich areas.
So, what do you say we go down the insomnia tree a little bit? Because I know later on there is also... It slows down research, which they just started. So this is a good time to slow down research because there's still so much research to be done.
I think if we can slow research as much as possible, it'll allow us more room later to evolve whatever symptoms we need.
Okay, perfect. I agree. Good. We still have 30 points, but I think we should pool some and just see how it spreads, because a lot of the stuff we can now do is either focus on drug resistance more or lethality, but I think it's too early to introduce that since it's difficult to spread in rural countries if lethality is too high too early.
Yeah, I agree. Plus, their research will inevitably start getting faster, so it's smart to save up points for now.
Exactly. Let's just pull the points, see how we do. Poop Stew is now on a watch list. They're trying to cure it quite quickly now. They're focusing rather well on it. Russia just sent the first Q efforts. That sucks. Okay.
Maybe we should try to slow them down then.
I was just about to say the same. We can either slow down research or give them more research.
What do you mean by giving them more research?
So more research basically means that they have more to research to reach 100%. Slowing it down means that they will research slower. So usually when the research is still not very developed and it's like below 50, I think slowing down research is always a good one to develop. And then later on, as it gets closer to 100, giving them more research to get a little bit of a buffer is better.
Yeah, but even if we give them more research, they need to be slowed down as well, or we'll never make it to 100%.
That's why I think we should do genetic hardening, which just slows down the research.
That sounds like a great idea.
Okay, perfect. Oh, Ooh, it mutated and got nausea. Let me just see how exactly that affects us, because almost everyone is infected, and try and hope for enough points to buy anything that adds lethality to hopefully slow down research by killing doctors.
Yeah, I like that plan. Maybe throwing
Alright.
in some symptoms like coughing could help it spread a bit more.
I'm not sure we have enough points to focus on more spread, but we will see how many points we have after devolving this entire tree. Okay.
What are you
it's
hoping to
not
spend points
looking
on?
Too good. So, hemorrhaging is pretty lethal. I was hoping we could introduce that and hope it hits the right people.
You think the wrong people are currently being hit?
Not really. We could also... Okay, I don't know how effective it is, but insanity makes things harder to cure. However, there isn't much to cure anymore. I'm not sure if, the help of slowing down the cure is worth the points, or if you just make it deadlier instead. Insanity is very much not deadly. So do you want to do insanity to slow down whatever little they still have to research, or hemorrhage them and try and kill them before they can finish research?
I like insanity. Get a little crazy with it.
Okay. Let's hope it slows down things enough.
Even just the entertainment value of insanity is worth it in my opinion.
I agree. Unfortunately, they already researched everything back that we just spent our points on, and now we have no points to add any lethality back. I think we messed up. I think we lost a 50-50.
I'd take a 50-50. You never know what we could do with a little bit of luck.
Well, our luck is about to run out because they just finished a cure and they are all being cured. We infected almost the entire world, but killed almost no one.
God damn it.
Well, we tried our best.
Do you want to try again? We can do better than that.
We can do better. Honestly, okay, we had a really good run. I think we were just a little too scared to introduce our first lethal symptoms as they started research. So I think we'll do pretty much the exact same thing, just starting the lethality slightly earlier.
Yeah, I agree. We totally can win if we just weren't a bunch of cowards.
I think so too. We were... The first time we made it too deadly, so now we were a little too afraid to kill humanity. So this time we'll just do the perfect in-between, making it just deadly enough at just the right time, making them suffer throughout their lives until no one's left.
That's the plan. What do you want to name this fresh new disease?
I don't know. Something tells me we could name it the Vedal fanboy virus. Just a weird thought I had pop up in my mind.
Good name. I've heard it's been spreading really rapidly recently.
It has